Hey everybody, I'm Cynthia Porter with Visit Winona. Todd Hansen is running the camera, and we are Facebook Live from a beautiful spot that I didn't know existed until about a week ago or 10 days ago. We are at Heart and Soil Ridge. This is down around, I think their technical address is Dakota, Minnesota. It's down in the neighborhood of Nodine. And so that's about 20 minutes from downtown Winona. And we are here because I learned that there's such cool stuff happening at this farm. So this is a 40-acre farm. Heart and Soil Ridge is the name that the owners have chosen for it, but there's so many cool things happening here. Right now, we are in a labyrinth. I'm gonna make Todd walk backwards in a labyrinth. Sorry, Todd. Don't fall here. I'm gonna walk faster. No pressure, Todd. So we're in a labyrinth. This is a sunflower labyrinth. We're a little bit late in the season for like the huge explosion of sunflowers. However, they've done a pretty great job planting in succession. So they've got sunflowers that are just, they're past, and they've got sunflowers that are, I just saw a bunch of them that are just coming on, and they've got sunflowers that haven't even really come up yet. And so they're going to be blooming throughout the entire season. There's always going to be some sunflowers here. But about a week ago, it was, bigger, more explosion of sunflowers. And also, this I just learned is called explosion grass. Isn't that fun? This is a beautiful space, and it was created for intentional self-work, basically. This is any labyrinth really is created with the intention of meditation and self-exploration, and this one is no different, except it's the first living labyrinth I've ever been into. It's also filled with this. I bet you, I'm pretty positive this is called Queen of the Prairie, and in about July, these are gorgeous plumes of pink flowers. I have a little bit in my yard from my mother's yard, and so I'm pretty positive that is what it's called. There's also things like oats out here, and plants that I don't even know what they're called. And I'm a plant nerd, which surprises me that I don't know what these plants are called. But I wanted to come here and tell you about this because, as far as I understand, this is really about Winona's only agritourism destination, and I mean really agritourism. So here's the deal. At Heart and Soil Ridge, you can come up here and you can make an appointment to just walk this beautiful labyrinth yourself if you want to. And they will take appointments for that. Also, they offer all different kinds of classes. Not classes, I don't know if they call them classes, more like workshops. Oh, look, there's so much stuff. I wonder if there's any little caterpillars on these. I have about 12 caterpillars in my kitchen right now because it's monarch season, and we've got to save those butterflies. They're working hard to keep all those milkweed plants here, too. I was just talking with Chrissy. She and her husband and their 5 children run this property. It's White and Endeavor. Oh, look, the two bars moving up. Probably in a week. Anyway, this place is going to be in operation through the fall. They have some new classes or workshops that they're putting together, and they've got some beautiful spaces to do it in. So they've got this labyrinth that people can come and walk through. They also do things like a Van Gogh study where people come out, they learn a little bit about Van Gogh. This is a little learning center right there. Todd showed them they built it as a greenhouse and then decided it would be better as a gathering center for guests and for themselves than to raise flowers in. So Van Gogh, Chrissy explained to me, he liked really simple things. He loved to express those in his paintings, and boiled it down to sort of the peasants. And so one of his favorite topics in painting was sunflowers, all different kinds of sunflowers. And so they have a workshop in particular that you learn a little bit about Van Gogh. You come out, you cut your own flowers, and then you create an arrangement that would be something emulating the spirit of Van Gogh in a vase. I saw a vase inside filled with it. It's so pretty. I mean, sunflowers are just, I don't know. They're special because they grow where they want. They can grow as big as the soil will let them. We were talking about this soil right here, for example, and for many years this was farmed. And so when it's farmed over and over and over and over, and it had, I think they said corn and soybeans in it, what happens is that it takes all the nutrients out of the soil. And so they came in, they bought this property, they started, oh, look at this beautiful sunflower, Todd. Gorgeous. I mean, there's every color of sunflower I've ever seen in my entire life out here right now. Oh, this one's pretty too. I have to stop bending these over. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh gosh, what was I saying? Oh, the soil. So anyway, they started planting this as prairie, as a sunflower, and oats and native grasses, native flowers, prairie. And then decided to, once it started to grow up, they decided to cut, with a mower, this labyrinth through it. But it will take a few years for this to really grow so that the sunflowers can grow like they do, because the soil had been so depleted. And so they've got some sunflowers, she told me, over the people before had also a cow operation of some kind. And so where those cows were kept in a yard, the sunflowers are like 3 times as tall. As we know, sunflowers will get as big as the soil will let them. So anyway, sunflowers. I want to tell you a little bit more about this farm though, because on this 40 acres, they are doing all different kinds of things. They have an operation called, Todd, you have to remind me, with the horses.
Oh, the Healing Rains.
Healing Rains. And so they have horses. You can also register for different kinds of horse experience. So just one note, heartandsoilridge.com is the main farm, and healingrains.com, it has its own website. And so anyway, you can have horse experiences where you're able to learn how to groom the horse. You study a little bit about horse behavior so you understand how the horse is thinking, and it gives you just kind of this platform to be able to interact with those fantastically large and beautiful animals in a whole different way. And it can be, something that creates a little bit of self-exploration too, once you're getting in contact with all different kinds of animals. Actually, they have other things. They have chickens. You can, they have 3 Airbnb properties here on this property, and one of them has an indoor pool, y'all. But I mean, I'm down. So if you're staying at, so pretty. If you're staying at the Airbnb, you can also do things like come out and get your own eggs in the morning, and you can see their puppies. They told me 3 times, and I cannot remember it. It's a kind of yellow lab, but it's like a red fox lab. I think that's what he said. I hope I'm right. Okay, Todd, come here, and point that way and show them how beautiful those, this is all like prairie grasses. Got to come down a little bit and show how gorgeous that is with the sun just like flying through all the tiny, tiny little hairs on those grasses. It's so pretty. Okay, so you can stay in the Airbnb and you can have like a full-on agra experience here on this property. You can also, make appointments to have agra experiences if you're not staying here. You just have to contact them and they'll put you in touch with some different ways that you can be part of what's going on out here in this gorgeous property. Red Fox, I'm going to say it, and I hope it's not wrong. The Red Fox Labs, they breed them. And so a couple of times a year, they also have puppies, and they will do like puppy therapy, where you can sit and just snuggle puppies. You can also learn about what's it like to take care of a litter of, 8 wiggling little tiny puppies. And what is this? I want to know what this is. Okay, listen, if you know what this is, put it in the comments, okay? Because it's some kind of grass. It's some sort of native grass, but I've never seen one that's so purple on the plume. It's just beautiful. But I've never seen it before. In fact, in here, there's all kinds of plants I've never, ever seen before. There's something called, we're going to get back to in a minute, there's something called chicory. Oh, there's a big clump of chicory up over here. And it's this gorgeous little kind of purplish flower. Okay, back to the farm. The farm has been in their hands for, I'm not sure how many years. It was turned very briefly into a place called Haggy Haven, and they were renting out the main house and doing, just for stays. You could have, like, small groups could stay there. It has a lot of bedrooms. Of course, this family needs it because they have a lot of kids, and now they've developed these other cottages so that they can have guests on the property. I think up to 18 guests. Oh, here it is. This is called chicory. I'd never seen it before, but it's kind of pretty. It's a little leggy now. I mean, let's be honest. We are at the end of the prairie flower blooming season. Here's more of this explosion grass. Okay, so Chrissy was telling me one of the things that they do all kinds of just like kind of, mental wellness and healing and growth activities here. And one of them is also wreath making. And so participants come out here and they're able to, snip some flowers and grasses and things, and they make crowns. They like weave these incredibly intricate crowns out of them. And I asked her, I said, can I make a crown? And she said, well, you could. Probably it'd be easiest to do it out of this, but it'd look pretty crazy. But the crowns that she makes, she said she'll spend an hour just, twining these flowers and grasses together, and with the colors and textures. It's beautiful. I want to come to one of their crown therapy classes because, that sounds awesome. They're going to have, I believe she said they're going to have a drum circle workshop out here. And Todd, do you remember what she said the other two were?
The other sessions?
The fall workshops that she's got coming up. I can't remember either, but you have to go to their website and see. She was just working on writing them out just now, actually, as we got here. So I would check their website, but I would check it again and check back if you don't see it, because they are just in the works right now. So anyway, we wanted to show you this place because agritourism it's really one of the most important things that we can do to share information about the environment and to get people in touch with things that are just purely nature. All the animals that they have here, they have goats, chickens, and the horses and the puppies, and I'm sure there's probably other animals I didn't see. Oh, there was, as Todd and I were driving in, there was a little farm cat. I mean, not a big, probably a 6-month-old farm cat, and it had caught something that was half as big as it and was just running through the, so there's that too. I mean, the circle of life and all of that.
Nature.
Kitty's got to eat, right? But we couldn't quite decide what it was that it had. It might have been like a ground squirrel. I have no idea. Anyway, everything about this place is to connect people to themselves and to nature. And I think it sounds like they're doing a marvelous job. We're walking, we're actually on our way out of the labyrinth. We kind of walked towards the middle to start this. But you can come and see this for yourself. You just need to give them a call or send them an email from their website, and they will get you set up to do it for yourself. And again, so it's a little bit sparse on the sunflowers, but I see a whole bunch more that are getting ready to bloom. And so I bet all the way on through September, they're going to have sunflowers. But even with the sunflowers being just kind of sporadic, this is beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I think that everybody should spend a few quiet minutes. These have not been quiet minutes for me or Todd in the labyrinth. Not exactly meditative, but I think everybody should spend a few minutes in a space like this to just appreciate all the things that nature has created for the planet. And one of the things about the soil is that as these prairie grasses and flowers decay and then come up and decay and come up, they are enriching the soil because it's not being depleted anymore. And so this is just going to grow and grow and grow over time into something. I bet you in 3 years, this is going to be jaw-dropping. I can't wait. But if you want to see it now, get a hold of Heart and Soil Ridge. And if you're interested in the horse therapies, they have like horse healing and, you know, past traumas and connecting with the giant animals. That is healingreigns.com. And I'm Cynthia Porter, Visit Winona, Todd Hansen, and we are at this beautiful spot about 20 miles outside of Winona. Next week, I don't know, it'll be somewhere else, I'm not sure where, but let us know if you have ideas where you want to see a Facebook Live from, and we'll put it on the list and we will get you a look at it, okay? Thanks everybody for coming on this walk with us, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.